Hey people, welcome back. This is Nakul from TechBoy, and today I'm gonna compare the new Xiaomi Mi 4 with the OnePlus One. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so let's start comparing these two phones, and I'm gonna compare these two phones on the basis of specs and my user experience for these two devices. And in the end of the video, I'm gonna tell you that which phone you should buy out of these two according to me. So let's get started. So the first thing is the price of these devices. An MI4 16GB variant costs 20,000 rupees and 64GB variant, which is just about to launch, will cost 24,000 rupees, while the OnePlus One 64GB variant costs 22,000 rupees. So in terms of prices, OnePlus One is the winner because this is the cheaper one. It costs 22,000 rupees and it's 64GB variant, and MI4 64GB variant will cost 24,000 rupees. So that's 2,000 more than the OnePlus One. So up next is the design and looks of these devices. An MI4 has 5 inches of display while the OnePlus One has 5.5 inches of display. So obviously the MI4 is a bit more compact and it feels more easier to hold in the hand. But if we talk about the thickness of these devices and measure from the middle, then both the phones have almost the same thickness. But as OnePlus One is a bit curved at the edges, so it feels more sleek in the hand. But if we talk about the looks, then MI4 looks really great and grabs more attention in the public than OnePlus One. But then again, OnePlus One has this amazing bag which is sandstone finish and it feels really great to hold in the hand. So that's totally up to your preference, that do you want a compact device which looks great, or do you want a device which has a bigger screen and feels really sleek and great in the hand as the back has a sandstone finish. So that's a draw in the terms of design and looks guys. That's totally up to your preference. Now let's talk about the screen quality of these devices. As I already told you that MI4 has 5 inches of display while the OnePlus One has 5.5 inches of display. The resolution of these devices is the same, which is full HD 1080p. But if we talk about the color and contrast ratios, then MI4 is a bit better than OnePlus One. I'm not saying that OnePlus One is bad, it's great guys, but if we talk about which is better, then MI4 is a bit better than OnePlus One. Even in the direct sunlight, the screen of the MI4 is a bit more visible than OnePlus One. So in this case, the winning point takes the MI4. As talking about the screens of these devices, let me tell you about the GPU of these devices also. Both the phones have same GPU, which is the Adreno 330, and I did run the Nina Mark 2 test to test the GPU performance of these devices, and here are the results guys. In OnePlus One, it scored 60.7 FPS as you can see, while in MI4 it scored 60.2 FPS. So both the phones have same GPU, but in OnePlus One it scored a bit more higher, just 0.5 FPS higher than the MI4. So obviously the winning point goes to OnePlus One in the GPU. So as we talked about the GPU of these devices, let's talk about the CPU of these devices guys, the processor of these devices. Both the phones have same processor, which is 2.5 GHz quad-core Snapdragon 801 processor. And again, I did run the Antutu benchmark test to test the CPU performance and overall performance of these devices. So let's check out the score. And here we go. You can clearly see the difference. Both the devices have same processor guys, but OnePlus One scored 48,033 while the MI4 scored 43,928. So that's a big difference for the same processor in the both of the devices. So again, the winner is OnePlus One in terms of processor and GPU. So now let's talk about the operating system of these devices guys. Both the phones are running Android 4.4.4 KitKat, while the MI4 is running MIUI version 6 and the OnePlus One is running CyanogenMod 11S. So I think OnePlus One is a bit better than MI4 in terms of operating system. Why? Because it offers more customizations than MI4. Because if we talk about customizing the notification LED, then in MI4, I'll just show you. If we go over here, additional setting, notification light, as you can see, it offers us only 7 colors to customize the notification LED, as you can see over here. While in OnePlus One, if we go in the settings and in display over here, notification light, you can literally select any color for the notification LED. You have this whole color graph. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see in the camera or not, but right over here you can see you can select any color you like. So that's pretty cool guys. Plus you can even customize the pulse length and speed for how long the notification LED should blink and should stay pause. You can customize anything in this. And OnePlus One offers even more customization, like you can turn off the capacitive buttons and turn on the on-screen keys, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. Plus you can even customize that what these keys should do when you long press them, and what these keys should do when the screen is locked and then you long press them or hit them once. Plus this device also have a section of performance in which you can customize the CPU of this device. If you think that you need more battery, then you can go over here and directly drop the CPU frequency to any frequency you like, and it will start giving you more backup. Plus you can even select the CPU governor from interactive, conservative, on demand, user space, power save, performance. So that's pretty cool. Plus you have profile, like right now it's on balanced. You can even select the power save, performance. This thing is even there in the Mi4 also. If we go in the battery here, then as you can see here we have the power setting, but it has only two profiles, which is performance and balanced, while the OnePlus One has three profiles. Plus in Mi4 you can't select the CPU frequency manually, but in OnePlus One you can. While the Mi4 has option of guest mode, which I showed you in the honest review video of this phone, you can click this and it will hide all your call logs, messages and photos in the gallery while you're handing your device over to someone. But in OnePlus One it has gestures like double tap to wake up, and you also have gestures like V for torch. Plus there are gestures for music control on the lock screen. You can draw arrows to change track, and you can even press the volume keys to change the tracks while the music is playing. Plus there are many more features in OnePlus One, like you can customize the whole notification area. If we go in the notification drawer, as you can see, and you can even customize the status bar over here. So there are like many customizations options in OnePlus One than Mi4. So obviously the winning point goes to OnePlus One in terms of customization and OS. So let's move on to the camera of these devices, guys. Both the phones have 13 megapixel autofocus camera with LED flash at the back. And if we talk about the front camera, then OnePlus One has 5 megapixel front camera, while the Mi4 has 8 megapixel front camera. So if we talk about the front camera, then Mi4 takes the point here because it has bigger camera than OnePlus One. And if we talk about the picture quality now, then both the phones have really great picture quality, guys, no matter if it's indoor or outdoors. But if we talk about the pics of Mi4 taken outdoors, then they are more saturated and they have more contrast levels, while the pics taken from OnePlus One are a bit more natural and has more realistic colors. So it's almost a draw in terms of picture quality. And if we talk about indoor picture qualities with flash, then Mi4 again has more contrast and they are a bit more darker than the pics of OnePlus One. OnePlus One has more brighter pics indoors and with flash, but again the contrast levels are a bit more less than Mi4. So it's totally up to your preference. But if I have to choose the winner for rear camera, then I think Mi4 is slightly better than OnePlus One. But don't get me wrong here, because OnePlus One has really great camera and picture quality. If OnePlus One is at 19, then Mi4 is just at 19.5, that's it. So in terms of camera, both rear and front, I think Mi4 is a bit more better than OnePlus One. And if we talk about the video recording quality, then again both the phones are great. Both the phones can record 4K video, both the phones can record time-lapse video, and again both the phones can record slow motion video. So that's pretty great. And if you guys want to see the camera interface of these two devices, then you can watch the honest review video of these two phones in which I showed the whole camera interface of these two devices. I will put a link at the bottom. At this corner you can see the Mi4, and at this corner you can see the OnePlus One. So let's move on and talk about the battery of these devices, guys. Mi4 has 3000 mAh battery, while the OnePlus One has 3100 mAh battery. Obviously it's 100 more than Mi4, but so is the screen of the OnePlus One. But if we talk about the battery backup of these devices, then they turned out to be a bit more better than they used to be when I recorded the honest review video of these two devices. Because if I remember correctly, then in honest review video of OnePlus One, I said the battery backup is around 10 to 12 hours, but it's way better now. It gives around 15 to 17 hours with normal usage easily, but mind you, with normal usage without any gaming and stuff. But my Wi-Fi and 3D stays on all the time, so that's pretty great. And same is with MI4, it also gives around same backup 15 to 17 hours with normal usage, and my Wi-Fi and 3D stays on all the time. So that's pretty great for both of these devices. But if I have to choose the winner in terms of battery, then I think OnePlus One is a bit better than MI4, because the battery drain in the idle mode or in the sleep mode is almost none to less in OnePlus One, while in MI4 it loses more battery in the idle mode or sleeping mode than OnePlus One. If I leave my OnePlus One at 90% at night, and in the morning it would be around 88 or 87% at maximum, but in MI4 it goes up to 85 or 83%. So that's why the winner is OnePlus One in terms of battery. Now let's talk about the sound quality of these devices. Now, as you all know, OnePlus One has great sound quality. The bass, the volume, everything is great. Plus it also has two dual loudspeaker at the bottom, as you guys can see. So the sound quality is amazing in OnePlus One. While in MI4 the sound quality is just average. It has only one loudspeaker at the bottom, which sounds a bit tinny to me. Plus the volume is also not as loud as OnePlus One. It's just average in the headphones also. And you wish there were 2-3 more volume steps so that you can increase the volume. Plus the bass is also very soft in the headphones in MI4. So in terms of sound quality, the OnePlus One is definitely a winner. So let's talk about the call quality now. And MI4 is a bit better than OnePlus One in terms of call quality. It's more louder and clearer than OnePlus One. I would give 7 points out of 10 to OnePlus One in terms of call quality, but for MI4 I would give around 8 or 8.5. So that's pretty much about these two devices, guys. Plus let me tell you some more little things about these two devices. Like MI4 has IR Blaster infrared at the top, and it also has MI remote control app in this phone, from where you can control your AC, TV, set-top box and stuff like that. And at the same hand, OnePlus One has NFC support, which MI4 doesn't have. Plus OnePlus One has 3 microphones, as you can see, 1, 2, second on the top and third one at the bottom, as you can see right over here. So it has better noise cancellation than MI4. Plus it offers more customizations, has performance mode and everything. You can customize the whole CPU yourself. So let's get to the conclusion now, guys, that which phone you should buy out of these two. And my advice would be to go for the OnePlus One. Why? Because it's cheaper. The OnePlus One 64GB variant costs 22,000 rupees, while the 64GB variant of MI4 costs 24,000 rupees. So it's cheaper. It has bigger screen, but that's totally up to your preference, that if you want a compact device or a bigger screen. So it has a bigger screen, offers more customization option, as it has CyanogenMod 11S. You can customize everything, almost everything in device. You can even customize the CPU of this device by yourself. Plus it also has better performance. Though both the phones have same processor, same GPU, still OnePlus One performs way better than MI4. You saw the results by yourself. And even in GPU it performs slightly better than MI4, and it has better sound quality, dual loudspeaker, and even in headphones it sounds really great and has better battery. The only thing is that the camera is a bit better in MI4, and so is the call quality, and so is the screen visibility. But don't get me wrong here, I'm not saying that these things are bad in OnePlus One. These things are almost equally good in OnePlus One as well. It's just that the MI4 is slightly better. So these things are also really good in OnePlus One as well. So my decision would be to go with the OnePlus One. Better sound quality, better performance, bigger screen, better customization option. It's just the greatest phone I've ever used, guys, seriously. So that's it for now, guys. This was a comparison video of the Xiaomi Mi 4 versus the OnePlus One. If you have any questions, comments or suggestions, then put them in the comments down below. Plus you can also like me on my Facebook page to know my current and upcoming activities. And if you have any questions, then you can ask me over there as well. The link of that page will be in the description below. And if you like this video, then make sure you give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. So thank you for watching, guys, and subscribe for more videos.